Morning, everybody. Um, from a dreary, overcast United Kingdom. We started off well yesterday with Aqua and sort of headed a bit south. Not the best rides, I thought, yesterday by a couple of the jocks. We won't mention names for fear of them ignoring us in the future. But I was expecting a little bit more from one or two, but it didn't pan out that way. I was really looking forward to Goodwood today, but that's been abandoned because we've had so much rain that the track's waterlogged. So in the UK and Ireland today, there's only one bet, and that's in the Curragh in the 135. I really like the looks of Love Locket. It's trained by Aidan O'Brien. He's got the favourite in the race, Precious Moment at 11-8, but that's had more chances than David Attenborough's got stamps in his passport. So I'm going to leave Precious Moment alone. Look, it's got a favourite's chance, but I think the stable companion Love Locket round about the 2-1 mark's the one to be with. So Love Locket in the 135 at the Curragh. Then we flick over to Greyville quickly, where we've got quite a late start today, funnily enough, and it's one of those race meetings where there's a lot happening information wise, and there's some strong form lines coming into it. So we'll start in the first. James Peter, that's 2 barrier trials. It's trained by Gavin van Zyl. I don't have the official stats with me, but I think Gavin van Zyl's won more barrier trials than anybody else. Certainly not afraid to win a barrier trial. But this horse has won a barrier trial that beat El Zara by 4 lengths and ran second to the Dazzler. My view on barrier trials are complete and utter waste of time. But anyway, this horse has won a barrier trial and run second in another. The interesting thing is here in the UK, on one of the form sites, they've put the 1-1 from 2. It's a maiden, guys. So don't be caught out. This horse has only won a barrier trial, which is not under complete rules, so I'd be careful about taking odds on it. Probably win. It is by where they target, is well bred, but I like to steer clear of these odds on shots that have been impressive in barrier trials, because I'm not sure that they do always come out and do the best afterwards. If you really want to have a play in the race, I mean, you really, really have to have a play in the race. I'd head towards the bottom, maybe Ode or Dennis Bosch books Kumalo on Treading Water. So maybe at a bigger price, Treading Water around about the 20-1 mark. Chuck a couple of quid each way at that. Probably look to improve. In the 12.55, the very next race, we start off with our first bet of the day, and that'll be Royal View. Danielson rides us for Wendy Whitehead. I think that's going to be hard to beat today. Out of Stallgate number 2, ran a cracker behind Soiree last time out. The horse that ran second has come out and won, so I think that'll be the one to be with today, Royal View. In the third race, I like a little bit of it was a bit of a roughie earlier today, but I see there's been a little bit of money for it, and that's Garth Puller's Brunilda. Lucky Ferraris rides this, also out of the Soiree form. Flew last time out. If you ever look at their replay, this filly should be there or thereabouts today. And then in the next race, in the 4th race, I really like number 8, Fool's Gold, trained by Robbie Hill. This Path Fork gelding had pretty good form, and I mean they tried it in the Post Merchants last time out. Ran a good race. Look, not the best race, but ran a good race. My only fear would be Stallgate 9, but this is an above-average gelding, and that would be looking to be there or thereabouts. Just quickly touching on others in the card in the 5th race, pretty open race. You're probably going to go with a field there. The 6th race is an interesting race. We've only got 7 runners. Last time I looked, and we'll make sure that there's no non-runners. Just click over there. Yes, so we've only got 6 runners, sorry. So, look, Jack's Bird, 11-10, Georgina Rose. I can't really split the two. Having said that, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a bit of a result here, because a lot of these horses are trying the mile for the first time, and these fillies, anything can happen. Jack's Bird has run a mile before but didn't really shape, although it was in a feature. It was only beaten 3 lengths by Gabor, but like James alluded to, this horse hasn't run since July, and not quite sure how it's going to come back. Mary O won its debut nicely and then featured there or thereabouts. I'm not sure that she'll actually get the mile, this Oratoria. Lazan obviously feels she will. But again, I think this is quite a hard race, and with these fillies, anything can happen. And then I think that's about it for today. So let me just recap what we're going to do in South Africa and what we're doing in at the Curragh. In the second race in South Africa, we are going for... The first race, we're not really going to get involved. Maybe have a few each ways on treading water. In the second race in South Africa, we are going to go for Royal View. In the third race in South Africa, we are going to go for Brunilde. Fourth race in South Africa, we are going to go for... Just make sure I got the right race here. Fool's Gold. And the first race at the Curragh, we're going to go for Love Locket. That's it for today. Let's hope we get the cash again.